Hello everyone, Jillian Venditti here alongside Ian Sachs in the Heinz Athletic Center, where the Gaels were a little sloppy tonight, but were able to take home the 94-80 win over the NJIT Highlanders. Ian, talk about this defense. Amazing defense, a little bit sloppy here and there, but give us a little bit of an analysis.
Well, I think the most impressive part for Iona today was coming out early. They built up a double-digit lead just 10 minutes into the game, and that's something that we haven't seen them do on their home court at all this season. The first home game against Niagara was a very rough game if you're part of Gael Nation, as the Gaels dropped that one surprisingly. And then in the next game against Ohio, the Gaels came out and they had a very slow start. They were down by, I think, about a dozen points, came back and won that one, but they had to play from behind the entire afternoon. Not so tonight. They jumped out early, got their offense going, and they could have afforded a little sloppy play, but of course coming out with the big victory and pulling away at the end.
Speaking of jumping out early and really taking the lead ahead of time, John Sevier exploded tonight in first half. Looked a little bit rocky in the last couple of games, but really stepping up to the plate today. What did Coach Clues have to say about that?
Well, you see that John Sevier is settling into his role both at Iona and in this offense, running the Tim Clues high-paced offense, and it led him to 21 points tonight. But the comfort level for Sevier is finally starting to get there, and this is only the beginning for Sevier. You have to remember, this is just the middle of December. They have the rest of December, January, February. He'll be rolling come March. Coach Clues very excited about John Sevier.
I think in the past couple games I wasn't aggressive, and I dig myself a hole, and then I'm happy I got myself out of it.
John Sevier, not the only Gael to come back and look right back into form. Deshaun Much himself stepped up to the plate and really improved defensively after taking that one game off after the injury. What did you see in him tonight?
We have to remember how much Deshaun Much has been through since the end of last season. He went through an entire injury, tried to come back from that injury, rushed it a little bit. He even said it himself. Took some time over the last week or two to really get settled, get his mind right, get his body right, rehab the injury, and he was so impressive tonight. We remember him last season from being the offensive spark plug for the Gaels in the starting lineup, coming off the bench. But tonight it was the defense that was most impressive for Deshaun, and of course the stat sheet stuffing night. 6 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, most impressive.
It's hard to watch from the sideline, after you go through preseason and all that replay in your head. It's just hard, like the season here. It's hard to just waste games, but yeah, I think I came back a little early.
Him coming back with a strong defensive effort was huge. Rebounding the ball, getting deflections, and bringing it to that side of it, not worried about how many shots he got or how many points he took. So I think that was a real mature thing for him, and it really helped our team.
Perhaps the biggest contribution tonight for the Gaels, Jordan Washington. Big guy down low, big guy on offense, big guy coming up in numbers. What's going on with him tonight?
27 points, 7 rebounds for the dominant post player for the Gaels. 2 straight games, 30 points against Ohio, 27 points tonight. Jordan Washington is not only showing that he can dominate, he's showing that he can put the ball in the basket multiple times, and Iona can run its offense through Jordan Washington. And really, if he continues to put up numbers like this, he is without a doubt the MAC Player of the Year.
He's working harder earlier in the offensive possession. He's not settling for bad position as much, and he's playing within the team. But I think a lot of it's his teammates also looking for him for good opportunities and playing off of him.
I just do the same thing every day. Same thing that my teammates want me to do: play physical, play strong, run the floor, rebound, do what I got to do, and just stay out of trouble on the floor. And that's basically it.
The Gaels have a little bit of a break right now, about a week or so between games before they go out to Las Vegas. What do you think this team needs to really do before they head out for the big tournament?
The way that the Gaels played tonight, I think that you really saw some players beginning to get comfortable again in this offense. And you see John Sevier molding into his role here. Deshaun Much will be one more week removed from his injury, one more extra week of practice, one more extra week of rehabbing. I think that the time off is just what the doctor ordered for Iona, that they can finally get into the practice gym, not worry about matching up against this team or matching up against that team. They can focus on themselves, and I think it's going to do them a world of good when they head to Vegas and then when they come back and really begin MAC play.
Well, you heard it from the best. For North Avenue Nation, he's Ian Sachs. I'm Jillian Venditti.